Greetings, Africans. Greetings, global Africans. This is King H. I'm back again. I have an intriguing article that I want to talk about. I read this article for a while better, and I wanted to do a video about this article to express my points and views about this particular article. Buhari claims Western culture is destroying African values of respect of elders. Now, I disagree with President Buhari of Nigeria, who claims Western culture is destroying African values of respect for elders. Now, we all know, I wouldn't say all Africans respect elders, but I would say most Africans respect elders. That is the truth. But there's a certain type of elders that the people of Africa, or particularly the people of Nigeria, and this is applicable to all African nations as well. But the people of Nigerians, there's a certain group of elders that the Nigerian youth do not respect, and this certain group of elders are those in the government, those who are holding positions, governors, you name it, senators, and including the president of Nigeria himself, President Buhari. He's an elder because he's clocking 80. He's 77 years old. He's a grandfather, so he's an elder. And these are the particular type of elders that the people of Nigeria and the people of Africa are speaking against. Because these people go in the government and sit for so many years in the government and do nothing but feed themselves with the funds available in the government, with the money available in the government. They feed themselves and forget about the youths, including Buhari, who is the president, and this is the second term of being the president in Nigeria. He hasn't done much to change the atmosphere, the political atmosphere of Nigeria. Now, there's something that is actually pushed forward with the ECOWAS. I'll give, but he's not the only one that's playing a key role to that. The entire West African countries played a big role in that, including the 8 other French African countries. I really hate to use that term French African, for real. I don't like it. Because it's a colonized terminology to Africa. He's saying that for Africans to be vital, they have to be French, which is not. We're Africans, and we should respect the fact that we are Africans and we are unique in our ways. So let me get back to this President Buhari, who claims Western culture is destroying African values. The leadership, which is made up of mostly elders in the entire African countries, there are 54, 55 countries in Africa. If you look at the presidencies, or the presidents, if you look at the presidents, they are all in the 70s and 80s and even up to 90s. I bet you President Paul Biya of La République du Cameroon, which is a Central Africa and a West African country. This is the mistake some people make. Cameroon is not only Central Africa, it is also West Africa. It's in that location where part of it is West Africa and part of it is Central Africa. And as you know, Ambazonia, Southern Cameroon, is a sector that belongs to West Africa. and that needs to be part of the ECOWAS. So we need to push forward Southern Cameroon soldiers. We need to push forward Southern Cameroon military forces to kick them out so that we can be part of the ECOWAS. They have done something that is very fruitful, even though they had to peg the ECO currency to European currency, which in a way, if you think about it, is not that good, because when the euro drops, the currency of the ECOWAS will also drop. But if it increases, the currency will increase. It's not bad, but it's not all good. But anyway, President Buhari, you said that the youths do not respect the elders, but that's not true. Most of the youths respect the elders, and most of the youths disrespect the elders who are in governments. In government, those are the ones who the youths and the people of Africa are against, because these leaders do nothing but steal money for the and put in their own pocket. They do nothing for the youth. They do nothing to encourage the youth. They do nothing to make sure that youth have something to be part of the perspective countries that they're coming from. Why is it that all African leaders are grandfathers? And I think you have a few couple African ladies, few maybe, but then again, most of it are grandfathers who don't want to step down from presidency, who want to stay longer and longer, and so that they could benefit and steal from the government, meanwhile leaving nothing for the youths. So the youths are sick and tired of seeing the same shit over and over and over, and which is why they have decided to air their views concerning leaders like President Buhari. And now he's talking about respecting elders. We do respect our elders. Africans do. They do respect their elders. But understand this: respect is both ways. It's not a one-way path. It's not a one-way avenue. It's not a one-way street. Respect goes both ways. This is one thing that the African leaders, the African people, the African society need to understand, that respect is both ways. You gotta give me respect just as I give you respect. And if you don't give me respect, why do you expect me to give you respect? The reason why many African youths, or the reason why many Nigerian youths in particular, because this article was titled Buhari claims Western culture has destroyed Africa, which is particularly for the Nigerian youth and particularly for the ECOWAS, because this was actually being addressed in the ECOWAS parliament. You know? So Buhari, you're wrong about that. Completely wrong. You guys decide to be in the government and stay in power. You have a governor who is being there for so much, multiple terms, doesn't want to step down. He's in his 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, clocking even 90s, don't want to step down. And they still don't do nothing to benefit the society. Why wouldn't the society be angry to the point where they express themselves and become disrespectful to the so-called elders who are supposed to look after the young ones? The elders don't want to look after the young ones, so the young ones have to fight to have something for themselves. This is what Africa is all about. Poor leadership, bad leadership. Our leaders don't think about the future. They don't think about the ones coming after them. They only think about their pockets. They only think about their stomach. They only think about how much money can they steal, while the youth suffer. So the youths have the right. The youths have the right to rise up and express themselves. Have the right to change the atmosphere. And in order to do that, we must speak up. Africans, it's time to rise. The spirit of Pan-Africanism is in the air. And if you look at across all African nations, there's some kind of trouble going on. And this trouble continue to go on because of the present uh, of Western influences in our continent. This will not stop. But we, the African youths, must stop this. How do we do that? Pan-African revolution is the way forward. Look at what is happening in Togo. Look at what is happening in Southern Cameroon and La Republic de Cameroon. Look at what is happening in Libya. You could look all over Africa. There's something going on that is causing chaos, death of people, and the Western world is benefiting from all that. Life is war, Africa. You need to wake up. Life is war. This is a battle that nobody is going to fight for us, but us ourselves, Africans. It's a global movement to shaking all these old quacks who are in precedent and in power and don't want to do anything for the people. And we can do it so long as we believe in ourselves. We can do it so long as we speak the truth and stand for the people. We can do it so long as we have the passion for African brotherhood and sisterhood, for African familyhood. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter if you're from Nigeria or from Southern Cameroon or from La Republic de Cameroon or from what part, from the east of Africa, the west of Africa. It doesn't matter. You are Africans, and we must stand with one voice and speak boldly so that we can fix the issues that we face in this world. If we don't fix it, we will continue to suffer. This is King Echo, the Pan-African King, the next Marcus Garvey. To next time.